Hello, today is March 2nd, 2010, Texas Independence Day. My name is Jeff Hoy, the lead and so far the only programmer of Neptune Live. Since it's Texas Independence Day, I decided that it's time to put out a new video of the game. In this video, I'm going to show you the highlights of a typical mission. Here we are in St. Vilnius Falls, population about 500,000. Most of the population are ant-like aliens who live in these ant spires. But about 80,000 of them are robots who live in these sugar cube structures, and there's about 4,000 humans living in a couple skyscrapers scattered throughout the city. You can see it's just becoming morning here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Or maybe it's just going into dusk. Anyway, it's twilight. This town is near the North Pole of this planet called Cherkasy. Okay, so we're going to ask for a mission. Okay, so we can click on the people, and the only person here that we can talk to is this Queen of Hearts. At least at first, the missions are going to be based on public domain stories, so that I don't have to acquire any rights or do something that requires a lot of effort, like write a lot of stories and characters and such. So here we have the Queen of Hearts, and from Alice in Wonderland, and of course she hates white roses and likes to behead people. So we're going to get a mission from her. The mission is paint the roses. Okay, we'll close the Queen. So you can see they painted the roses the wrong color, and now the Queen wants you to fetch the gardeners. So the first one we'll have to meet with is the Two of Spades at Palmdale, and she'll pay us $70,000 for this. So I'm going to accept this mission. Now it's active, and we're going to use the navigation feature to tell us how to get to Palmdale. Okay, I'm going to close this. This will put us into our ship. Here we are in the cockpit view. Actually you can see we're right in the middle of the city. I'll zoom out a bit. Okay, and we'll go ahead and so we're currently in Yidi Gemini. That's the solar system we're in. Okay, and we're gonna have to make a couple stops to get to Palmdale, where the mission is. Okay, so we're gonna take this wormhole to Denbola Tertia. Okay, so this is going to enable the ballistic computer there. Alright, and it doesn't matter. Mostly what we have to do right now is get off the planet. That's where it is in the solar system. It'll make more sense once we get up into space. Alright, so what we're going to do is a launch. And this ship is not equipped with any weapons, but it does have the ability to boost, which puts your engine in like an uncontrollable state with a lot of power for about 10 seconds, and then it has to like cool off, and so you don't get use of the engines for a little while after that. All right, so that's how we're going to launch. Here we go. This is the controls. I'll show you more about that when we get into space. All right, boost. Try again. There we go. Here's our ship taking off. If we look down, we can see the city below us. When you boost, the camera shakes a bit. Alright, so that's as high as the boost got us, and it cooled down for about a second, and now we've got to regular thrusters again. And we can't boost for about another 30 seconds. So now you can see we're still climbing. We're going to get out into space, and then there's the city below us. And you can see the stars coming, and eventually you'll see the envelope of the atmosphere disappear. Probably do another boost now. Let's see. There it goes. That'll get us up out of the planet faster. There's our little city we left, and then you can see the envelope of the atmosphere. Okay, and now we've left the atmosphere, and so it starts to show us some ballistic trajectories and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go back into the cockpit of the ship, and we'll get our bearings. So over here you can see the controls I'm using. Okay, alright, we were in a drift, so I changed the autopilot settings to kind of compensate for drifting. Alright, so this is where we're trying to go. This is the wormhole. There's this star here, Gidi Gemini, the sun in this solar system, and it's orbiting the sun here, pretty close to the sun, it appears to me. Unfortunately, we're going this way, going the wrong way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point kind of the right place, and I tend to like to line up on the ecliptic first. Everything in this, or at least most things in the solar system, fly on the ecliptic, which is a plane that is just defined by where everything kind of lays. So most solar systems are laid out in kind of a two-dimensional way. Alright, and we'll go ahead and turn on the boost, and I'll show you the outside view, and what you'll see is our location is going to move in front of us. We were kind of drifting sideways before. Okay, and what we essentially want to do is line up this circle with this one. So the wormhole is going to make orbits before we get there in this many seconds, 10,000 seconds. So we're going to want to boost again. That's just going to take way too long. And of course, we got to wait for a second to boost. Alright, and what you can see, since we're thrusting, we can get closer to the sun. So I'm going to show you kind of the top view, and we'll zoom way out and show you what it looks like from above the ecliptic, essentially. That's the planet we just took off from, and that's our current path. So I'm going to course correct by turning to the right, about like that, and now I'll engage the boosters again, and you'll see that it really changed fast. Of course the camera shakes when you boost, and so we're getting there closer. These always show you the closest points you'll be at the time. So since we're moving there much faster now it's only going to take 560 seconds to get there, this orbit kind of opened up, and now it's only half a orbit. Okay, and this is basically what you do when you want to set a course for somewhere, is get all these pieces lined up. So I'm going to orient. So what I like to do is kind of use this outside of the ship view and orient the ship to like make these dots line up. It won't take us much longer. And then what I'll do is I'll stop recording and skip ahead to the next spot once I get them lined up. Well, looks like this is going to take a lot longer to make this video than I initially expected, but that's okay. Hopefully some people will be interested in this. In the next video, there'll be pirates that are going to attack me once I get through that wormhole. And as you can see, these numbers are closing. So this is how long it's going to take to get there, and this is how close we're going to be. And as these spots line up, this number will go to 0, and it'll tell us we're going to enter that wormhole. So now it's going to count down until we enter. Okay, and I'll pause the recording. And in fact, I think it's going to be on the next recording. So in the next one, we're going to go through the wormhole. You've seen that in other ones. And then when we get through the wormhole, some pirates will attack. Alright, thanks for watching. On to video 2.